Grant Nelson here for Thief River Falls Radio News. Just got done with a meeting of several department heads and politically elected officials in Pennington County. And we're going to start off with Eric Beitel from the Emergency Management Office. You're our emergency manager for Pennington County. I think what people want to know is what can they do to help prevent the spread of COVID-19?
Well, great question. It comes back down to the same things that the Minnesota Department of Health, the Centers for Disease Control, are different organizations that have been putting out the same message, a consistent message. It begins with you individually doing those things, washing your hands frequently with soap and water, using safeguards. If you feel sick, stay home. If it gets worse, contact your provider via a phone call. Don't just show up until they've had a chance to talk to you about some of your symptoms. Avoid you and I are breaking the rule right now. We're not at 6 feet, but if you can, try to maintain that 6 foot radius in those gatherings, whether it be individual or even larger. And then the last one again is avoid the larger gatherings of people. This is a virus that is no other way to put it, it tends to attack the elderly. And so I encourage the elderly. There are events that happen throughout the week in Pennington County and the city of Thief River Falls. It is time to consider how important that is this week and the next week, at least. Currently, the MDH is saying anywhere between 4 and 8 weeks, 8 weeks being the latest right now in social distancing techniques. We encourage all of those same things, and the Office of Emergency Management, as well as our elected officials and our department heads, are all in agreement that we believe in the consistent same message, and that's what you're seeing. And we're going to do more in the upcoming days to put more information at the hands readily available to people, not just internet and social media, but print information. So we are working our best to make sure the word gets out.
I think one of the things you're fighting, one of the side effects of COVID-19 is panic. And when people see their elected leaders and officials getting together and on top of things, that's a big part of helping people to bring their anxiety level down, don't you think?
I absolutely agree. And the first and foremost, we want to avoid those panicky situations. As part of being elected officials and in this case, emergency management and some of these other department heads, it's our primary focus to get out and let the residents of our area know that, we are in step with what's happening, we're aware of what's happening, and we're also promoting the good things that we can do as a community to combat or mitigate the effects of this virus. So because elected officials get together in this unified response is not necessarily a step in panic. It's just the opposite. It's a step to reassure the public that we're aware of what's going on and that within our capabilities, we are working to the fullest.
Pennington County Commissioners Daryl Tweetbach. Daryl, during the COVID-19 pandemic, tell us what's being done for employees of Pennington. Do they have some options to work from home possibly if need be?
Well, just this morning we had a meeting of department heads to discuss those kinds of things, among other things, but to come up with a plan. Those people that could work from home, we need to identify them. We need to identify what it takes to make that happen. Those people that are essential and can't work from home, what steps can we take to do the best we can to protect them and the public each and every day? We do have some capability of having some people work from home, and we will do that when it becomes necessary. I'd like to remind people that there are no known cases of this anywhere near Pennington County at the moment. That could change, and with the help of our emergency manager and the Department of Health and the nursing services, we are tracking that every minute of every day going forward so that people will know if and when we need to take further steps, we will be ready to do that.
Can you give us a couple of good sources of information about COVID-19?
Our county nursing services would be one you could use, but I would go to the Center for Disease Control website. I think it's cdc.gov, and the Minnesota Department of Health has a website, and that has the most current real information. There is some misinformation out there, as always happens. You will not get this from Chinese toilet paper or any of those other things I've read and seen.
This morning, similar to what the county did, we had a department head meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. We discussed a lot of issues, and I think we got a pretty good handle on it right now. And we're working within our pandemic plan that we've already had in place. We're doing updates as needed, and we're taking advice of the Minnesota Department of Health and the CDC on all the employee issues and stuff that we have. But all in all, the big thing is stop the spread. And how do we do that without infecting others, keeping that social distancing and proper hygiene? As a business owner as well in town, also be safe. If you're sick, don't go out and try to and try to do your shopping and stuff. There's a lot of businesses in town. If you give them a call, I'm sure they will deliver and such to make it more appropriate than going in and possibly infecting others. So, as far as the city and the county, we got to coordinate together because without the joint message and stuff going out, knowing that our local government is ready for this, and we're going to have to change as we go, just like any other kind of emergency that's out there. But right now, we got a handle on it. We're going to try to keep people as informed as possible. The more information that's out there, the less chaos is going to be. And right now, I don't want to install no panic, just proper hygiene, social distancing. If you're sick, stay home. If you have a fever or anything like that, you might feel well, check your temperature. If you have a temperature, stay home. Any other signs and symptoms, please, hear the advice of staying home. Your employers will not, they'll be more accept to entertain a day off for you than it would be to bring even if it is just influenza. You don't want that either. So let's take the heed to your warnings.
Thank you all three very much, Mayor Holmer, County Board Commissioner Tweetbach, and Emergency Manager Eric Beitel. I'm Grant Nelson for Thief River Falls Radio News.